Tool time, a little bit, and it's hot out here, so this is gonna be a quick one, guys. The UPS guy just dropped off this box. Man, it was real beat up looking, but it had a lot of those little plastic squares filled with air for the insulation, and everything looks all right. It's not really anything that could have got messed up too bad, so that's good. I ordered some shirts. My cousin is a screen printer. She runs a business that she owns called Ari's Essentials. She does all type of screen printing. She also has a whole thing to go on the back of my truck, my decals and everything, which I never got put on. I don't know how to put them on. I can't put them on, and I hadn't had time to go somewhere and get them put on, and normally they want to sell you the decals as well. So this is what I got. We got the t-shirts. These are polos with collars. I'll get just my front logo on those, and these are the regular t-shirts. I'll get the front and back package on those. My RV guys and my campers, you guys check this out. You know what this is. It's a specific reason why I got these kind. All right, so these are 15 amp adapters, but I wanted them in this form factor so I can go directly to existing. Let's throw that trash in the box. So if a customer has a 50 amp camper, there's no power in it, and I need to work on the electrical system or something, I can just run a drop cord from my truck, and I can power these from power the camper with my truck. So I can plug in their 50, put the 15 with a drop cord to the plug in my tailgate back here. Or if they have an electrical outlet somewhere close, at least I can get the converter and like the refrigerator and stuff running. So I got one in the 30 amp variety and the 50 amp variety. Not too happy with Amazon right now because it took a week for this stuff to get here. And I mean, I literally ordered this a week ago, and they was like, yeah, you'll get it almost in August. And Amazon used to be really good with the shipping, especially Prime, and I pay for 2 different Prime memberships. I have a Prime membership for my business Prime, and I have a Prime membership for on my personal account, which I use that one to watch the Amazon video and all of that, and the music, I use those too. But anyway, it's been taking them a long time. They're slacking up with that. I mean, Home Depot is crushing them. I order stuff off of Home Depot, I get it like almost the next day, especially well, 2 days for Home Depot, but like the next day from like some of my Net 30 vendors like Uline and stuff like that. I get that stuff like the next day, no problem. So Amazon's gonna have to get with it. Some breakers. They use these for a lot of stuff in the campers. They have an issue with these. They use them for like the leveling jacks, and I normally find these being bad, and when they're for the leveling jack, I would recommend that someone steps up to this. So that's a known issue on some campers when you're having issues with stuff that pulls a lot of voltage and current, heats up these little breakers. You got these really big, massive wires, like, well, not too massive. I mean, like, the wires are like 6 gauge. You got 6 gauge wires forming a connection for your leveling jacks, and then they go through this. And these heat up, and then they trip, throws an error. Now you get to spend a half an hour, resetting the system, redoing the 0-point calibration and all that stuff. A fix for that is to use a breaker like this, which I needed Saturday, and I ended up going to this other store to buy them, like $40 just for one of these. I think I got like 4 of these plus the connectors and everything off of Amazon for $40. So yeah, that's crazy. But so yeah, I ordered some of these. I did also order some of the factory ones. Sometimes I just got to do a quick OEM replacement, put it back the way the OEM had it. And if they want to upgrade to something like this to solve their issue, at least I have them on the truck for them. So got that. Been working on the Thor motorhomes. They love using the double square bits. I hate them because normally when people put them in, they strip them out because of course they're using their impact driver. They put them in, and on the way in, they get them really tight, strips out the head. So I only have one. I had a guy that I worked with at John's RV. His name was Daniel. And Daniel ordered some of those. He's one of the many guys that I train out there, because I used to do a lot of the training for the new hires out there. And I normally give everybody a tool, like a good tool too, like a Milwaukee impact driver, a nice multimeter, just whatever. The guys coming in, they don't have a lot of tools and stuff, so I'll give them something. All of the new hires, that's how I kind of did it. You know, after I train them or whatever, or during the training, I give them a tool. Well, he gave me one day a double square that I always called a triple square, but it's a double square, right? Thor loves to use those in motorhomes. And sometimes you can get a regular Robeson number 2 square bit to fit it, but a lot of times, especially when they've been stripped out, that doesn't work. So I bought a full set of screwdrivers, double squares, different sizes. And that's what we have here. They kind of look like Torx, but they're not Torx. They look like Torx, but it's a double square. All right. So like this is a number 2. It's an 8-point fastener. Okay. And then now what Daniel gave me was a bit, and it's the only double square bit that I own. And I don't run into that much, but normally when I'm working on a Thor motorhome, that's when I run into those. So I'm gonna get these bits open. So I kind of went overboard because what I've been running into is a lot of stripped out ones, and I can't get them out. It causes a big problem. It takes forever. And so I made sure that I'm gonna be good to go when it comes to double squares. Because I'm like, man, Tim, I mean, I literally have had that one double square bit that he gave me being my only one for like 2 years or more, a little over 2 years. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and buy some. So here are the bits for the impact driver, double squares. These are 1s, 2s, and 3s. It's like this, 1s, 2s, 3s. This probably even has a 0, that's a 2. Night Owl tools, owl tools, not Night Owl. Night Owl makes like a camera or something. And number 3, 2 number 2s, different lengths. Well, you can see, this is what they are. I don't know, not a big handle. See, that's a number 2. Yeah, they're different lengths. That's what they are. They're different lengths. So we got this one number 1 double square. Then we got a short number 2 double square in that same form factor. Then we got this 100 millimeter number 2 with the bigger handle. Then we have this 125 millimeter number 2, thicker shank. And then we have this 125 millimeter number 3 double square. So now I'm going to be covered when I run into that. And if you're running into weird, what you may think to be Torx fasteners that don't fit any of your T-bits, probably double squares, 8-point. All right, and we got the ones for our power tool. We know how we like that. And then I saw these cool things, which I've known about for a while. The guy on Miles or Mills Construction, the guy that does a lot of the stuff with the Vito bags, he that's where I saw these things at, the bit railers. So big box for this little thing. All right, and you just hang these off of your bag. Should have a little, yeah, there it is, carabiner. And this is a double square 5-piece. So that's gonna be easy. I take that, I'll hang it off of my electrical bag. Got another one that I'm gonna hang off of my my backpack, my Video Pro Pack, my Tech MC, the big one, my big bag. And on this one, I have nut drivers, which I use a lot. So let's see if they're magnetic. Yeah, they are magnetic. Inside the box, yeah, and it has the orange carabiner for that one. So that's what that is. Now, these bigger triple squares, like I said, I only run into these mostly on my Thor stuff. I'll take out a couple of these bigger ones, the less common ones, and put in some bits that I typically would use, which would be the square bits. So I can have easy access to that, because I'm not gonna be grabbing these every day, but the square bits I will. So I'll get rid of this big one, like this number 3, and put in a number 2 square bit on that one. This one, I'm gonna have to leave the same. I'll see how I like them. If I like them, I'll buy some empty ones and load them out the way I want to, with the stuff that I want in them. All right, guys, that's what I got. RV Tech Pro out.